Hey, welcome one and all to the Mediaverse podcast. We stream live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. My name is Chris, and today we will be talking about a little movie that just came out in theaters, Power of Shazam: Adventures of Captain Marvel. Joining me today is Kyle, as always, who is usually the main host, and special guest Bill, because he's here when we talk about comic book stuff. How's it going, guys?
What's
Pretty
up?
good. Our special comic book expert, I call him.
As always, at the beginning of the show, we'll get into the news. So I don't have this written down in any type of order, so this will be completely random. So we're just going to go in the order that I squiggled this down. So first things first, Disney is making a Hawkeye TV show for Disney Plus. What do you guys think?
I think it's good. Also, just to add on to the Disney Plus topic, I just it always seems like it's always the bad time, but apparently they're saying that it's going to be launching in November.
Really? Of
Yeah.
this year?
Yeah. Which I'm like, that's the worst time to launch your streaming service because of Christmas time and people are not going to have money for your streaming service.
They don't care. They're Disney. But
Just shut up and give me your money. It's pretty much what it is.
I guess I think there've been rumors about the Hawkeye thing for a while now. I mean, I guess I can't be that surprised. But at the same time, it's freaking Hawkeye. Nobody's favorite Avenger.
He gets better in every movie he's in.
I love them in Infinity War.
I love him, especially in Ant-Man the Wasp.
Do you think a Hawkeye show is enough to get you guys to pay the $19.99 a month for Disney Plus?
That's not the real price, is it?
I don't know. Disney DVDs and Blu-rays are always an extra $10 for some reason.
Yeah, but it's a
Even the
streaming
digitals are
service.
like 25.
It's
Yeah.
a streaming service. They're not going to go more than Netflix.
If they do, then Disney's gonna be like, "Well, we're Disney. You're paying for our brand." I'm like, "That's like a Coach bag." See?
Yeah, but they want to compete.
Yeah.
It's going to be around the same price as Netflix, or possibly slightly cheaper, because Netflix
I
is getting
feel-
freaking expensive.
Oh yeah. Right now, Netflix is like 15 with the 4K, which is still good.
So
Amazon Prime gives it to you for free.
yeah, but anyway, going on Hawkeye show. This is going to be the fourth Marvel Cinematic Universe show, or is this the third? Because there's Scarlet Witch and Black Widow. I mean,
No,
Scarlet Witch
and
and Vision.
I mean, that'd be a much sexier show, but go on.
Yeah, I want that show instead.
What was the there was,
Hawkeye and Falcon.
Winter Soldier? And
No,
Falcon.
not Hawkeye and Falcon. Hawkeye and Winter Soldier show, which I would totally pay for that.
And Loki.
And Loki, yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Marvel Studios has shut out Marvel Television from the Disney streaming service.
Yeah, they're like trying to. You know what's actually funny though about the Loki one? Actually, I found out recently too.
What's that?
They recently hint that Loki might get Thor's hammer.
Huh.
Weird.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Anyway, sticking with Disney, well, you know what? Actually, this works out better. So, Marvel Studios, the head of Marvel Studios, our Lord and Savior, Kevin Feige, was talking about a 5-year plan for the movies going forward. And he said that the X-Men and Fantastic Four are not really part of this plan because until the Fox deal actually happened, they legally could not do any type of pre-planning for the X-Men or Fantastic Four properties. So what do you think this next 5 years at Marvel is going to be like?
Well,
Eternals, Black Widow,
Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange 2, Black Panther 2, Guardians 3.
Yep.
Maybe more Spider-Man.
Maybe a
Sony
Spider-Man.
doesn't steal
Tom
him
Holland
back.
didn't know how to shut up. We know that.
But it's one of those things I kind of believe him, but at the same time I don't. I'm kind of because I'm like, you're really gonna like. I definitely understand why you'd want to let the X-Men brand rest for a few years before reintroducing, especially because Dark Phoenix is still coming out.
Oh yeah, that
And New Mutants, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, New Mutants is apparently still coming to theaters. Apparently,
Like 3 theaters probably. It's gonna
Maybe
be
just the one
it's
theater.
gonna be the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie all over again. They're gonna like burn the print and just never talk about it again. The
don't you mean delete it? Since it's all digital.
depends on I don't know how they shot it. They could have shot on a film. I don't know.
That's true.
And hell, you could still burn files. You burn the servers.
There you go.
What are you gonna do? What are you doing? I'm burning the servers.
I also kind of think that, and I will have more on this later, I think, if we have time for the what we're reading nonsense. I think that with Fantastic Four, they're going to wait on that because Fox's ownership of the Fantastic Four was actually kind of weird because they owned it kind of with another smaller studio, that Constantine Films. So they might just wait just so they can get past the 7-year mark, just so it's like, okay, you're completely boxed out. Later, bitches.
Yep. So I guess they're 4 years in because Fantastic came out in 2014. So
2015.
2015, really?
Yeah. Yep, 2015.
Wow, yeah, you're right. It came out the same year as Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. That movie was made for spite.
I can see Marvel, not doing anything with Fantastic Four or X-Men for a while just because they kind of have survived this long without them. And I know a lot of fans are like, they got to do it like right now, but
they'll start trickling some stuff in. Like maybe we'll start hearing about mutants maybe. And I still maintain we're going to get Wolverine before we get any of the other X-Men. I still maintain that. It's Wolverine.
I also heard they're trying to get like Deadpool in the MCU like immediately because, I'd be like, no, don't do it, please. He won't fit in there. Just have him do a Deadpool 3. Just let Ryan Reynolds complete his little trilogy, please.
Hey, they could do Deadpool in the MCU without him really having to be in the MCU, like proper. Like he could just be in his own corner.
Yeah.
They could just make a joke about it, how like something's not right, something doesn't feel right. And then you kind of like poke fun at the fact that he's now in the MCU instead of the Fox X-Men universe.
Yeah, that's what it should be. And also like making jokes like apparently someone made like there was a meme with Deadpool that the post-credit scene is going to be Deadpool. It's going to arrive at the Marvel studio, like at the end of Age of Ultron and going, sorry guys, I'm late. The merger took way too long than I thought it would be. I was like, nope. No, as much as I would love to see this, nope.
They might just let Ryan Reynolds do one more and then kick him to the curb.
Yeah, I can see it.
Just to appease fans.
To be perfectly honest, I'm more excited about what they do with Avengers after Endgame.
Yeah.
Like, does Avengers continue after Endgame, or are they going to do like a new team after Endgame?
They could call them the Ultimates.
Yeah,
that's a possibility. We could end up with a movie called New Avengers, or maybe they wait a long time before they do another team movie. We don't know.
Yeah. I mean, out of the new movies coming out that are not sequels, I'm most excited about Shang-Chi. Just because
Kung Fu fighting.
Kung Fu treachery.
Yeah, no, I never heard Shang-Chi until recently. And like I said, having a new character getting exposed, and since like Marvel has proven they do not have to they could never really make a flop. They just do really good movies. Like, look, remember Guardians a couple years ago. The only person I would have heard of was Rocket Raccoon, and that was because I played Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate.
Yeah.
So that's like the perfect example.
I looked into Shang-Chi a little bit. Kind of reminds me of Jackie Chan Adventures a little bit.
The movie's definitely going to be up your alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, get Jackie Chan or Jet Li as the mentor. Come on, let's do it.
No, I want Jackie Chan as the mentor.
He's going to try to make... If Chris was in charge of the Shang-Chi movie, he'd make it a stealth Jackie Chan Adventures movie.
Man, that's my dream. I just want a live-action Jackie Chan Adventures movie.
We already had that. That's the Zodiac movie.
Yeah.
It's almost like a stealth, sort of like a stealth Jackie Chan adventure movie, except it was like the movie that almost broke Jackie Chan's like entire body and limbs.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was on Netflix when I saw it.
Cool. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens with Marvel's next 5-year plan. X-Men, yeah, I could see them waiting on X-Men. Fantastic Four, probably waiting, although who knows. I would like to see Doctor Doom show up somehow.
The guy who wrote
eventually.
We'll get
the
them
guy
all
who
eventually. We'll get them
Yeah.
all
the guy
eventually.
who wrote the Dooms like movie, he's like, yeah, that movie is never gonna happen. Kevin Feige's right now reviewing it. I bet it was like
Good.
recently.
Anyway, moving on. So Disney is releasing a movie called Lion King,
Never heard of it.
where they got a bunch of animals from Africa and figured out how to train them to
Talk
perform.
English?
Yeah, well, the English was done with computers, but those are real animals, apparently. Unless they're not, and computers have just gotten scary advanced.
Terminator style.
Trust me, it's gotten scarier advanced. I can
But
tell you that.
what did you think of? It's weird to say live action Lion King,
'Cause it's a lot.
photorealistic Lion King.
That's probably way more accurate. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not live
No,
action.
no,
Unless
no.
those are real backgrounds, which I don't think they are.
Wait. I'll give you a better one. 4K Lion King.
You can get animated Lion King in 4K.
Yeah,
They
I
just
know.
released a new steelbook, so
I think
I gotta buy that.
Chris is spot on. Photorealistic Lion King, I think, is the way to go.
Like there were so many memes like about it. Like they were like, "Oh, I gotta see Mufasa die in 4K now." I was like, "Oh, so funny." I think it looks great. I love the original Lion King. So far the guy who's playing Scar did a good job with him. He feels like Scar, like he's definitely there. And Timon and Pumbaa, they definitely got the right actor for them. Even when they announced them, I was like, "Yep, you gotta get Chef Rogen to play Timon. Why not?"
So
oh, wait, no, it's Pumbaa. Sorry, Pumbaa.
Everybody's different except Mufasa.
Yep.
Yeah, everyone's different.
That's so weird.
You think you could have kept a few of the other ones?
I mean, I love Jeremy Irons as Scar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I would
me
have brought
too.
him back, honestly.
I would have brought him back too, but like I said, the new guy is doing a good job, so I'm
Baron
fine with
Mordo
it.
from Doctor Strange, I believe.
It is. I think so. It is.
We still haven't really heard anything from Simba, either adult or kid.
Donald
But there's
Glover.
only been like the 2 trailers. I'll say this: like it's great that they brought James Earl Jones back, but his voice is starting to show its age.
Still sounds good to me, but
he sounds
still
good.
has that
He's
wisdom.
got a great voice, but like if you go back and you listen to like the older ones, it's just like the power is not as there as much because he's 80. He's like 80 something or whatever.
Yeah,
you know? It is what it is. He still has a great voice, but
don't forget he's the voice of Darth Vader.
And even that sounded off in Rogue One. It's just like, James Earl Jones, you're getting old. And I'm gonna be sad when you go because you got a great voice.
Yeah, he does. He's like one of the few guys I would let him narrate my life if it wasn't Morgan Freeman. James Earl Jones and Liam Neeson. Those are probably the only 2 I let them narrate my life.
So one thing about this trailer, getting back to it, besides for like, Timon and Pumbaa, which one's the pig?
Pumbaa.
Yeah. Boars look scary in real life. But besides that, Scar didn't have his like black mane. He looked weird.
He looked like a real like a mangy lion.
Yeah, he looked kind of like skinny and like malnourished.
I think they were going for he's the runt of the litter. That's why Mufasa's king and he's not. Maybe.
And he also he kept the Scar there too, which is great.
I guess that rumor about him being more albino wasn't true because he didn't really look up. He just looks like a mangy lion.
Yeah.
One thing I did notice because I remember seeing an article a few weeks back. I think it was Jon Favreau saying this, like, "Oh, it's not a shot-for-shot remake." Meanwhile, every single shot in the trailer is just a shot-for-shot recreation.
Yeah, even the paw and the bigger.
They're doing the Hakuna Matata, the whole thing. I'm just like,
a wing go up, a wing go up, a wing go up. Yeah, I had to go there.
Like, I'm so uninterested in seeing it because I'm like, I already saw this movie. It just looks more realistic.
They have like new songs apparently in the movie, which we haven't even seen any of the new songs yet. Or at least
they dropped one of my favorite songs from the original movie, I think, and that annoys me.
Be Prepared.
Yeah.
I think
the Scar song.
Oh man, that stinks.
Yeah, I think they put that back in because people were outcrying towards it, but I don't know. That might have been that was something I heard like years ago, so we'll see. I mean, that was a good song though, and the way it was choreographed and animated was beautiful.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty cool.
Look, I'm sure it's going to be pretty good. It'll make $1 billion.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that and Aladdin.
I don't know about Aladdin making $1 billion, but Lion King is probably definitely guaranteed $1 billion. People are a little still contesting stuff from Aladdin.
Yeah, if Aladdin looked better, I would say definitely.
But everyone's like,
saying
every
it.
time the genie comes on screen, they're like, "Whoa, why is he not
Yeah.
blue?" And then he's blue, and they're like, "Whoa,
Whoa,
no,
why is he? Whoa,
he's too blue."
get him back to being regular. I'm like, make up your mind, people. Oh, he's not Robin Williams. I'm like, shut up, you.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. Sorry about the
Little video game company named Nintendo, it revealed their brand new VR headset made completely out of space-aged cardboard.
You know what they like to say, Chris? You gotta think outside the box, right?
Or
I
you
gotta
gotta
say,
think in the box.
I prefer the version 1 model of the Virtual Boy to this.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So how does this work, Kyle? Do you know anything about this? You just can I just tape Mario Odyssey and your Switch to my face? Because I'm not gonna buy a Switch, but I'll steal yours and then tape it to my face and then play Zelda or Mario Odyssey in your backyard and then slowly, get into all type of Mr. Magoo virtual reality shenanigans while it's taped to my face.
You know, it's actually real funny. My backyard is going to get a little expansion, so we could actually make that work. So, yeah, like the way they're trying to make it work, it seems like it's like you're going to tilt your head and Link's going to move around. I'm like, Nintendo, do you know what VR is? But it seems like
the screen has like a gyroscope in it, I'm guessing.
The Switch has a gyroscope in it.
Okay. Are you still holding the 2 little baby controllers too?
No, not apparently. So it's like really weird. Like they have other variety packs where they put up like other things where it makes it feel like it's more VR. But this one just makes it feel like, I don't know, like I really want to see like if they're really gonna do a first person mode. And like I would love this. Like all of a sudden you just grab your Joy-Cons and then you sit that and then you will all of a sudden you just start sitting down, you're like literally in your own little world and you go like hit like that, just like in like Skyward Sword, except much more accurate.
Yeah, so we don't know if it's first person view.
No, they just showed like the game like in regular view. I was like,
Do you have to have the cardboard box to access the VR stuff in the games, or the VR stuff's gonna be like?
Lens, but you need the lens to access it, so it can go like.
Wait, so there's like a lens part to it?
Yeah, like if you look at the cardboard stuff, it literally comes with like a lens you put into it.
So
and the cardboard box just holds it.
Okay, so you put the screen in there, and then there's actually like another screen that's inside the labo that you build around.
Yep. Same thing with the Google cardboard box VR. They did like a couple years ago. It's the same concept.
Do you think they're doing like a pseudo 3D effect then, since they're putting an extra little layer in there that you look at the screen?
Probably, I think so, because I have delved into VR recently with like a couple of my dad's VR games at his house, and like we did the Jungle Book VR, and holy shit, it is scary real.
What's headset were you guys using?
The Oculus Rift.
Oh, that's the super good one.
Yeah, I always tell them use the HTC Vive. It's a safe one. You can literally take it off, and there's cameras in it. So you could actually like go and look around and get your beer if you want.
So I guess this is more VR than I originally thought, just because it has that extra little layer. I just thought you just put the Switch in a box and then it's like VR now, kids.
Yeah, get VR going. Go out there, go scamper in your little yard.
Any other thoughts on Nintendo VR?
If we're getting VR, we might as well get Virtual Boy consoles now.
They might as well release Wario Land Virtual Boy on Nintendo Switch.
And Mario Tennis on Nintendo Switch. Everyone needs to know where that game started.
And
your
Water
eyes
World.
will bleed red.
I heard there was color prototypes of at least the Wario Land game. I'd love to see what it looks like in color.
Oh, I would love to see how it is in color too.
I've only seen it in the red. I've
played
it. I played it too. I played the Mario Tennis game too.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wanted to play with the Virtual Boy one of the just at least once, just to be like, oh my god, I'm seeing red everywhere.
Got to play it on a Toys R Us when I was a kid, and then a friend of my brother's had it, and I played it at his house for a couple minutes.
Yeah, I played it at a friend's house and Sears.
God, Sears sold video games. Sears existed.
Man.
Yeah. Some of my best memories is trying out stuff at that stores back before the internet. Like, that's how I discovered Smash Brothers. A little kiosk video, and I was like, what the hell is this game? I want this game.
So, I guess we'll move on to the last topic here. Star Wars news, ? There's a Star Wars convention going on this week for all the people that hate Star Wars, but love Star Wars, but mostly hate Star Wars and are never satisfied at what Star Wars does because they deserve better Star Wars for just watching Star Wars.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a little Star Wars movie coming out called Episode 9, the conclusion.
Title redacted.
Conclusion to the Disney Star Wars trilogy. They're also going to announce a Star Wars video game called Jedi. I want to say Outcast.
No,
okay.
Fallen Order.
Damn
it. Outcast was like one from back in the day.
Right.
I should pick that up. I see it at my little local game store all the time, and I'm like, maybe I should buy that. Maybe I shouldn't buy this.
Are you guys excited about Star Wars news?
No.
Are you excited about the Star Wars video game that possibly will not be good?
Absolutely.
The Star Wars video game probably would be good, not because of EA, but because it's the only developer I actually trust now, which is Respawn Studios, which did the original Call of Duties.
Didn't Respawn Studios have like hardly any time to make this though?
No, they had time.
They just got bought by EA in 2018 though.
Yeah, they were making this game before they got bought out by EA, believe it or not.
Really?
And they were going to be bought out they were originally going to be bought out by Nexus, but EA's like, no, we got to get that Star Wars game out. We're buying this company. So that's how they got bought out.
It's so funny because EA, they own BioWare, the company that probably made the best Star Wars game ever made.
Hey, we want to make another BioWare. But this BioWare. We want to make another Star Wars game. We got great ideas that EA goes, live services. But we have great ideas. This game could make millions. Live services.
Well, anyway.
And microtransactions.
I'm sure we'll see this game at Star Wars Celebration among other things.
Probably a trailer for The Mandalorian. The only thing I'm actually interested in is if they release a trailer for the next season of the Clone Wars cartoon.
Yeah, me too, actually.
Same
I want to
here.
see more Clone Wars.
I guess I'll be intrigued by presumably they'll reveal at least the title for Episode 9, but it's like, I just don't care anymore. I really don't.
Yeah. Heroes of the Galaxy.
By the way, here's something I'm going to add to Star Wars stuff. Ryan Johnson said he wouldn't care if his Star Wars movie got retconned.
It should be retconned.
Well, he loves subverting people's expectations.
He's literally like He's literally like Cartman from South Park. He just doesn't. He literally likes to just literally say, "This is mine, 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 mine."
Last Jedi, like most Star Wars movies to me, was fine when I saw it in the movie theater. But then when I tried to watch it on home video, I was like, I'm not enjoying this as much.
Yeah, no, I watched it like 2 times in theaters, and then watching it a third time, you really start realizing there's a lot of flaws here and there. It's like definitely Ryan Johnson did not talk to J.J. Abrams or the other guy, and like apparently from what the guy who did Jurassic World, he had an idea for the next movie, but he needed Luke alive. But because actor Leia got killed, he needed Luke to be alive, and he was like telling him to reshoot that, and apparently Kathleen Kennelly's like, no, we're not doing that. It was like a lot of things I heard. I was just like, wow.
Well, anyway, they went with a bold choice for Episode 8, and
bold. I saw Luke dying coming a mile away.
Well,
I saw Han dying coming a mile away. They didn't do anything bold.
I guess that's true.
I'll say this:
Turning
I'm more
left
interested
instead
in
of right
his
isn't
own
bold.
trilogy. I'll say this, I'm more interested in Ryan Johnson's own trilogy because
I'm
this
not.
Last Jedi did not feel like it connected. Like it felt like they were doing so many things wrong.
He wrote Last Jedi by himself, and I can't imagine and he's gonna write this by himself too. So
Yeah,
he's clearly a shitty writer. So I have no interest in his Star Wars.
yeah.
He can make
But like
him.
I
I don't
said, I want
care.
to see something he's doing on his own and making his own characters. That's all I'm just saying.
Honestly, if his Star Wars movies actually happen, they'll probably be the first Star Wars movies I skip.
Yeah.
I
Like I
would
said,
say the only Star Wars things I'm excited about are the Clone Wars cartoon and whatever. Even though I don't watch Game of Thrones because I'm not a fantasy guy, I am interested in what the Game of Thrones writers are going to do with their Star Wars movie.
oh
I
yeah,
mean,
no, me too.
I'm interested
Definitely.
in that. I am intrigued by the Mandalorian to some degree. I have to see more. They've only shown some pictures.
Come on, Taika Waititi. He's going to be a director for the last episode of that show. It's going to be
Unless it
phenomenal.
features in a cameo appearance by Korg, I can't imagine that would amount to anything
So
different.
that's what Korg's been doing since Infinity Wars.
Thanos sent
And-
him to the Star Wars universe, of course.
And that Taika Waititi has come such a long way since Green Lantern.
Wait,
Last time I watched that movie, I just looked at him and a single Ryan Reynolds. I was like, dude, just knock out the director, just make the movie. You do it,
wait,
please.
Yeah.
Taika Waititi's in Green Lantern?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. He was the best friend with the big afro.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Weird, right?
Yeah, and
It's-
hilariously, this is just something I just remembered. I'm sorry, this happens a lot during podcasts. But apparently, this is just something to add to the whole Taika Waititi thing. Taika Waititi and Ryan Reynolds are doing something together again. They're teaming up for a movie, I think.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get into the main topic. We
Yep.
all saw the newest DC movie this weekend,
Yep.
Power of Shazam, Adventures of Captain Marvel. So, what did you guys think of Shazam, a DC cinematic universe story?
Wait, that was a DC movie? I thought this was the reboot to Shazam, the Shaq movie we watched
That was
the 90s.
Kazam, Kyle.
I
And
thought it was
Kazam is
Shazam.
amazing, and I will not be on a podcast if you besmirch the good name of Kazam.
I've never seen Kazam, so I can't rip on it properly. But I thought
Yeah.
Sinbad was great in it.
He is a funny comedian. Men be acting like zombies at the mall. But anyway,
I-
getting to the actual movie we saw. What
Best
did you
Captain
guys
Marvel
think?
movie I saw this year.
Oh, shots
Oh
fired.
yeah. Wait, that was a Marvel movie? Wait, that was a Captain Marvel movie?
According to this DVD, it is.
Oh my god. Oh wait, let me look up. Oh yeah, there's a lawsuit. Yep, now it makes sense.
No, not a lawsuit so much as trademark issues.
Yep. Yeah.
So Shazam's kind of a weird character when it comes to his rights. Originally invented in the 30s after
40s.
Superman. 40s,
Yep.
really?
Yes.
Yep.
I guess, yeah.
He premiered in Foster Comics, Fawcett Comics #1, although that was really #2. When they premiere a hero, they put it as #1.
Well, all I really know about his weird history is he was briefly more popular than Superman. DC somehow won some sort of lawsuit saying that he's too similar to Superman, so the company making it couldn't make comics with him anymore. And then DC eventually bought the character, didn't use him for a real long time, and then finally decided to start using him.
Well,
it's funny. That sounds like the X-Men situation in movie form.
Well, I don't know exactly when they bought the character, but I know during when the character was basically on ice, that's when Marvel created their own Captain Marvel and got a hold of the trademark, which prevented when DC bought the character and relaunched it, they couldn't name the book Captain Marvel.
So they just called it Shazam.
The character stayed Captain Marvel for decades, but the books, the TV show, all had to be called Shazam. And when it came time for the movie and created confusion, they're like, half the people out there think his name is Shazam anyway. So,
no,
New 52, we're going to rename him Shazam. Just so we know, because we know in the next 6 or 7 years there's going to be a movie at some point. Because Warner Brothers has been trying to make this movie for a decade. Yeah,
early 20, actually for almost 2 decades actually, since early 2000s.
Yeah. Well, I thought the movie was pretty good.
I loved it.
Billy Batson is a little foster kid trying to look for his mom,
Coming
and
of age story.
yeah, and he finds some wizard, and then the wizard gives him powers. And then he
Yeah,
becomes
the wizard
Shazam.
was Korg. Wizard was Korg from Captain Marvel, the other one.
Wait, that character's name is Core?
Yeah,
Oh.
you know who?
Oh.
I don't know that character's name.
Yeah, no, I just recently remembered it. Actually,
he was also
like watching videos.
He was also the Fisherman King in Aquaman. This guy's been jumping around a lot.
Yeah.
This was a really good movie. I really loved it. Like, I thought it was funny, heartfelt. Like, if I was a kid, I would have loved this movie. It's about a kid named Billy who gets Superman type powers and can fly around. I'm like, man, fuck. If I was only like 9, I would have like been on board with this completely. Like, I am on board as an adult, but like, oh man, as a kid.
Oh yeah, no, I love this movie. I love the movie so much. Like, I could definitely see myself bringing my little brother and my nephew to the theater and watching this with them, and they would just be like, "Oh my god, I like Shazam more than Batman." I would be like, I wouldn't blame them. I wouldn't blame them at all because it's literally every kid's fantasy to become a superhero. Also, you know how most superheroes go, "Oh, well, we got I'm a superhero. I shouldn't be using my powers for anything." And then there's like, "I'm a superhero. I'm gonna do good." And then we got the third type. "I'm a superhero. I'm gonna go make money."
Yeah. Really good. Really funny. Also, really dark at one point in the movie. Like, two points in the movie, actually, the very beginning of the movie is like a pretty realistic car crash that you're like, holy crap.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually really funny though, Chris, about that car crash.
What's that?
Lionel Luthor from Smallville was in that car crash.
Right. He played Dr. Savano's father. So Dr. Savano is the main villain of this movie. He has the power of
played by Mark Strong.
He's the power of 7 deadly sins. As a little boy, the wizard came to him and said, "Hey, you want my powers?" And then there were some evil powers next to him. And he's like, "Nah, man, I want these evil powers." And then the wizard's like, "Well, then you're not worthy." And apparently,
it was more like the sins. It was more the sins. We're pretty much tempting him.
Yeah,
he was tempted by the dark side, basically, and he failed the test of the wizard and was cast aside.
And apparently, a lot of people have failed the test of the wizard. So Billy just kind of
over the 4 decades.
Billy just kind of fell into the luck of the draw because the 7 deadly sins escaped because of Dr. Savano, and then the wizard needs somebody to transfer his powers. So he's just like, "I don't know, you."
You seem okay.
Yeah, but he also said something that he said no one's ever truly pure of heart or something like that. And he actually made like a good argument, which is good, you know?
Yeah. So Billy gets the powers of Shazam, and he starts doing hilarious things as Zachary Levi, who does a really good job.
I told you.
I never liked Zachary Levi just because that show Chuck used to annoy the shit out of me. Just because, I don't know, there was some show I wanted to watch instead of Chuck, but I constantly would see commercials for it, and I just hated seeing Zachary Levi all the time. So when I heard that he's going to be a superhero, I'm like, oh man, that guy Chuck, it's like that's like the worst show on NBC because it always interrupts the actual shows I want to watch on NBC. I can't remember what shows they were, because NBC is a very forgettable network. I'm going to say Scrubs, maybe the first season of Heroes, Law and Order, I guess. I don't know. But I just did not like Chuck.
Don't forget Zachary Levi was also in the Marvel movies.
Whatever. He doesn't count in those movies. But
he only counts for the second one.
He was a replacement actor for one of Thor's best friends who you don't know the name of, who then died, and you forgot all about Ragnarok.
Yep.
Right.
But he did say this in an interview, though, that my favorite part is, yeah, I died, then I got reincarnated into Shazam, so I'm happy that Marvel killed me.
Yeah, but he does a really good job.
No, he does.
I thought the whole time I was going to be like, man, I hate watching Chuck as a superhero, but I was like,
So,
really
so
good?
is it changing your opinion on Chuck, and you're gonna go watch
No,
Chuck? It's
it
on
will never
Amazon
change
Prime?
my opinion on Chuck, a show I have never watched, but it was annoyed by its advertisements.
Do you even know what Chuck is about?
Yeah, he's a dumbass secret agent that somehow got all the knowledge of like the FBI downloaded into his brain, and now he has to help the FBI solve murders or something.
That's why you hate it. It's like it's your least favorite type of show. Oh, a magician that solves crime.
It is a magician that solves crimes. But that aside, really, he does a really good job in playing a 14-year-old boy that has superpowers.
When I told you that you were going to be there, you were like, no. I'm like, trust me, he's going to be good. You're like, I don't know. I'm like, I love this movie, okay?
But
I saw it 2 weeks before you guys did.
Ooh, so special.
Well, I had a day off.
Exclusive access.
Yeah, I got some special access. I know people.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have went too, but our other friend didn't want to, so we waited.
Yeah, it's understandable.
But anyway, so without spoiling anything, the movie is really good. You should go see it.
So many little kids.
Number one movie in the world right now.
So many little kids are gonna be yelling out Shazam, much to their parents' annoyance.
I yelled out Shazam during work, and I scared someone out of the hell out of them. It was hilarious.
So I guess we'll get into some spoilers.
Spoiler alert.
I was very confused. They're a bunch of foster kids, and they're all really fun. And then they all get Shazam powers, and I was wondering, are they all Shazam? How does that work? How does it work when he is being interviewed by the police, and they're like, "Thank you, hero. Who are you?"
Well, they left
Shazam. Oh crap! I'm a little boy now.
They left out like one of the, because a lot of this is based on the new Jeff Johns' New 52 run. They left out a few things and they tweaked or didn't include some stuff where like in that run, he can only change if he means it when he says Shazam. If he just is like
Shazam.
But if he actually means it, he'll transform because it's a magic phrase and he needs to say it in a certain way. I don't know if that would really translate well.
What's best way to say it is emotions.
Yeah.
And then the thing with the others, as far as I can tell, none of them, most of the newer ones, because the guy, we had Shazam Jr., I think he's now, and then Mary Marvel might now be called Lady Shazam, but the other ones, as far as I looked into
Mary
it, they don't have names, as far as I could tell.
No, they're very new to the New 52, actually. Like there's others like Uncle Marvel. They even had a rabbit.
Uncle Dudley Marvel or whatever. Dudley. Yeah, he's from like the Golden Age era, but like the in the New 52 comic, I know that they don't have the power, but he can share it with them.
Yeah. I know that. But in this,
it seems like they have it now. Like if they yell Shazam, they transform.
Because the wizard said there were some other wizards, and he had all their powers.
Yeah.
And he said you have to. He said something to Billy that was like, "You have to give my power to your brothers and sisters," or something.
Your brother. I think he said something like, "Your brothers and sisters await you."
Yeah. Something like that.
And he was kind of like hinting, like, "Hey, you might want to share your powers if it ever comes down to it."
Well, I like that in the movie, at least. It seems like he didn't exactly share his power and then got weaker. He just gave everybody else powers too, which is cool.
And believe it or not, this concept of them sharing their powers was originally from Flashpoint, believe it or not, with Captain Thunder, except all the kids had to say Shazam at once, so that got continued into the New 52 run. So that's where the origin of that concept came from.
Lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Well, anyway, I'll talk about some stuff. So they have a cool fight at a carnival, which is kind of fun because they're kids. One thing I should mention is, besides for action, comedy, real good, superhero movie, whatever. What did you guys think of Santa Claus? That just kept happening.
I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, me too.
I loved it. I loved it. Like she's like, oh no.
I like the bit with Darla, who's the youngest of the kids, who would still be the only one to believe in Santa, and then she sees Santa, but she's in the adult body. She's like, oh my God, Santa! I thought that was pretty funny.
Really good this year.
Megan Good did a good job. Megan Goodman or something like that. Her name is, who played the adult version of Darla. She did a good job.
I think all the adult ones did a good job, though. It's weird that they even bothered to swap out Mary because
I was the same way.
Like 23.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
they probably could have just put her on heels.
Yeah. Here's something funny. The guy who plays Marvel Jr. is actually was supposed to play Flash in the Justice League Mortal movie. He finally gets to be a superhero.
And the green Shazam was supposed to be Superman in that movie.
Oh, wow.
Yep. And the Asian guy is actually from Riverdale.
Huh.
Yeah. So it's like really weird when you look at everybody, every one of them. Like they were supposed to be in something, you know.
That's
really
pretty
weird.
Cool. I mean, I like how Shazam seems to be having his own super team for the next movie because, you know, DC movies now we're all by ourselves, except the only difference is we can like say stuff like, hey, Batman and Superman exists. They're over there though. And
we'll never see Superman's face again.
Yeah, that was weird.
You won't believe when everybody saw that, everyone cracked up in the theater. I was clapping like, oh my God. Oh, Bill.
What? This is how I can be seen now.
You've got to be a little higher up. We can still see your chin. There we go.
There we go. Perfect. No neck.
Henry Cavill is here.
My first thought when I saw that was like, man, they're really getting lazy trying to get rid of that mustache.
Wouldn't it have just been amazing if they had Henry Cavill show up and he just had a mustache? Like as Superman, he just has like mustache and like.
People have actually been photoshopping that lately, actually, as of recently.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
But, you guys got any other thoughts on Shazam?
Oh, we should talk about the main villain, actually. Like the actor Mark Strong. Do you believe he was good for his role?
Yeah, guy usually always does a pretty good job. And all the stuff I've seen him in, even movies that kind of suck, like Green Lantern.
Yeah. No, I think he finally got to be able to play a DC villain for once, like he was promised. This is probably with negotiations. Remember we did?
Sinestro wasn't a villain.
No, he would have been the villain in the next movie. Remember that time we promised you be a villain? Well, if you take this role right now, we'll let you be a villain.
I'll say this I thought he did a good job and stuff, but I came out of that movie hating Billy Batson's mom 1,000 times more than Sirvana.
Oh no, I agree with you. Bitch. I agree with you.
She abandoned her child, and she was a cold, heartless asshole.
Oh yeah, even when she reunited with her son, yeah.
She wouldn't even give him a hug.
Not even a hug. Yeah, I know. It was heart-wrenching.
So cold.
Yeah.
I'm glad her life is terrible.
So here's the biggest question of all. Is Shazam a Christmas movie?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Santa's in it.
So what are the superhero Christmas movies now? There's Iron Man 3, Batman Returns, and Shazam.
Yeah. We got a trilogy now.
Sweet.
Yeah, we can watch a Christmas movie. We can watch a whole Christmas movie.
Oh, you know what's even better? There's like an ascending of quality because there's Batman Returns, which is weird and creepy. There's Iron Man 3, which is lame and disappointing, and then there's Shazam, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I like Iron Man 3.
I don't hate it, but it still disappointed me.
I understand the plot twist, but come on, it was the Mandarin. And they're like, well, a Chinese Asian man wouldn't fit. And I'm like, you had Ben Kingsley. He acted so well. You guys changed the Mandarin drastically that it worked within the MCU, and you went and turned it into a joke.
Marvel is just...
You just don't call him the Mandarin. You just call him by his regular name, like they do for most of the villains anyway.
Yeah. Trevor. Right? Hello, my name's Trevor.
Fucking Ringo Starr.
Marvel was just like, listen, we can't have the Mandarin just because Black Dynamite did it better with fiendish Dr. Wu and his kung fu treachery.
Which reminds me, I want to watch that again on Crackle tonight. Yeah, I just found it again on Crackle. I was like, I forgot. I might. Oh my god.
Anyway, Yeah, so the only thing with Shazam, post-credit scene,
Oh God, yes, we gotta talk about that.
I don't even know what to talk about. There was a talking caterpillar, and I'm like, what the hell? I meant to look it up, but then I didn't.
His name is
Oh,
Mr. Mind. He's the
and he is
leader
one of
of some group called
the Evil Society of Monsters or something like that.
something like that. Yeah,
Right.
Yes.
I think those alligator people we saw have a connection to that as well.
Yeah, he talked about the Nine Realms, and recently, in the rebirth brandings of the recent DC stuff, they started talking. They've been going into the Nine Realms themselves. Actually, like there's Funland, Gameland, Warrior Land, like all these different realms that are like about to collide with each other.
I did like their Black Adam reference.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
during Billy Batson's like origin story. Yeah, like
I just
the
don't get why
origin.
Black Adam's getting his own movie.
Because it's The
Well,
Rock.
I get
Yeah.
it, I guess, but
Look,
at the same
it's The
time,
Rock.
I just
Well,
want Black Adam to be a bad guy so they can fight.
Black
I
Adam
know.
is actually has so much more history that he can actually sustain his own movie. Because I had to look into it just to make sure they were doing the right choice. I was like,
I don't
okay.
care if Black Adam gets his own movie after he fights Shazam, but I want him to show up as a straight up bad guy.
Oh, and
Fight Shazam, and then we get a Goku and Vegeta thing where like Shazam maybe turns him around and he's like, okay, maybe I'll stop being such a dick. And then his movie is about his like redemption to being a hero instead of like being an asshole.
and believe it or not, this is just my tinfoil hat going on right now. I think DC will not do film production yet until they see how Joker did.
Nah,
They already
Joker's
announced Shazam too.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well,
I'm talking about Black Adam movie though.
Joker is so its own thing compared to what these are. Like Black Adam will still be like a blockbuster kind of movie. Joker is not that. Joker's
exactly,
like a
though. But it's
low
a villain's
budget
movie, though.
crime drama.
Yeah.
It's that would not affect anything like that.
Yeah, but just like I'm just saying, it's a villain's movie. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but it's like an Elseworlds thing. It really doesn't. It really
Which people don't even understand that actually right now. Actually, believe it or not, they don't understand. Like this is an Elseworld story. It's one and done. Bye.
like with Black Adam, they're playing up the anti-hero thing. We're gonna like sympathize with him when he turns on the wizard and it's like, no, revenge.
And then they can't use the word ISIS.
Well, that character might not even appear. She's currently on the Legends.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
so
true.
so I guess what would you guys rate Shazam?
That's gonna be easy. It's an A+ for me.
Well, since this movie has a kid in it, I'll give it a kid score. So a check plus.
Oh, that's a perfect score in his mind.
I gotta go pretty much the same way. I don't really have any problems with the movie. I laughed at the jokes. I felt bad during the drama. My heart was warmed by the heartwarming bits. So I'd give it an A+ too because
All right.
it's really good.
All right. So this is like the question. This doesn't have to do with the ratings. More like where it ranks. Where does it rank with the DC movies that recently came out in this shared universe?
If I'm gonna rank them, I'll give you my top ones right now. Here's my list: Man of Steel, Shazam, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Batman vs Superman, Justice League, Suicide Squad. That's my ranking.
I don't have a definitive ranking like that, but as far as like the recent ones, I don't know, because like I really like them all almost equally, but I kind of have Man of Steel just a little above the others.
For me, it's Shazam. It's literally on top. Like Aquaman's at second. Aquaman used to be on top because I really did enjoy that movie. That movie could have been a cluster fuck because of every story they were drawing into one.
In this shared universe, all the solo movies have been great. It's the ensembles you have to worry about, it seems.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. And then I think I'm gonna put like Wonder Woman and Man of Steel together at the third because I still believe. And then and then Batman versus Superman at the like least right there, and then Justice League at the very bottom, like everybody else does.
You put Justice League further down over Suicide Squad?
Oh no, you're right. Suicide Squad's a lot better. So you're right. Put it up above Suicide Squad.
That's a tough one. Would I put Justice League above
I
or
forgot
below
about
Suicide Squad? I feel like I'd put Suicide Squad above Justice League because I feel like Justice League should be better. Just because it's Justice League.
Yeah, I get that thinking.
And then the fact that it's not. And that fucking mustache.
Yeah. And don't forget that one joke everyone loves. What's your superpower? I'm rich.
Nothing wrong with that joke.
There's nothing wrong with Batman being jokey. He does it in also Justice League the animated series. Like with Clayface. I have a team. Oh, I wish I thought of that. Boom. Oh wait, I did.
My problem with Batman in that movie is he feels kind of useless during the fights.
Oh yeah, I agree. He even tries to kill himself for no reason.
Oh yeah. Well, anyway, Shazam, check plus plus, pretty good. So I guess we'll just end things. So Bill, what are you watching? What are you playing?
Well, last night I stumbled across on Amazon Prime, Doomed, the untold story of Roger Corman's Fantastic Four.
Oh shit! I gotta watch that.
Oh god, I gotta watch that too now.
It was pretty interesting to say the least. The insights into the making of that movie are kind of interesting. It's mostly just told by the cast and crew, and you get a little bit of Roger Corman and like a brief appearance by that Troma guy, because apparently those Constantine film people, they approached him first, but he was like, nah, we do weird shit. But like,
they weren't kidding.
Like, there was no Stan Lee talking head or anything like that. In fact, they kind of take a cheap shot at him.
Oh, that stinks.
I mean, this is a few years ago, so it's not like this was a shot thrown at him after he died or anything like that. But like, and like, they actually show footage of, because like, they were like, you visited the set and he was like so nice to us. But then he went to like Comic-Con, was like, yeah, I don't know about that movie. I don't think it's going to be very good.
Well, I mean, he was an honest guy,
I mean, if you had any sense, it's like, yeah, look at what you're wearing. Come on, look around you.
I can picture Stan Lee being like all nice to everybody, and then they ask him like, "What do you think of the Fantastic Four movie? It stinks."
And what am I envision? Seriously, no Excelsior for that movie.
Yeah, it's so weird. It feels a little like some of the talking heads. I was just like kind of like wondering. I'm like, I don't think you have all the information, and you were there.
Yeah.
It did beg for like some narration, but I think it's worth a watch just because of what it's about.
Nice. That sounds pretty cool. So, anything else, Bill? Are you good?
Well, I finally beat God of War.
Ah, very cool.
That's good.
I also took out 3 of those damn Valkyries.
Have fun with that. My friend Mike has told me his trials and defeating them all. And it's not fun.
I made one. I upgraded my equipment. I made a go at a few more of them, and I'm just like, I don't think I'm playing this anymore.
You gotta get that ultimate armor. It's not too hard to get.
Yeah, I'll think about it. I'm losing interest pretty quickly.
All right. So, all right. Anyway, Kyle, what are you watching? What are you playing?
Well, let's see. I'll start with this one, and I'll start off with a good, and then something you can just be like, as always. I actually watched all of Tick Season 2.
Oh, that came out?
Yeah, it came out last Friday, and I accidentally binged it. I was watching episode 1, and all of a sudden I was like, oh no.
You accidentally binged something.
Yeah. I usually like watching things in like short bursts, like maybe 2 episodes at a time. And then I just watched the whole thing. It was just that good. But it definitely felt like a setup season. Like it felt like one of the things that's setting up a lot of things.
Now, is this like an entire one, or is it like the first?
It's an entire season.
Okay, so they didn't break this one in half like they did the first season.
No, everyone I talked to, like, oh, Tick Season 3. I was like, no, it's Tick Season 2. It's like, no, it's Season 3. No, it's Tick Season 2. They split it off into 2 sections. and it's only 10 episodes.
I actually started it too, but I'm only one episode in. I didn't
Like
fall
they
down
make
the
it
rabbit hole yet.
like they even show off the chick's new costume, and they have a great explanation why the chick has a new costume.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, he molted it up. I was like,
I gotta watch this.
I explained it to my friend at work, and I told him like, in the first he has the plot outfit, and then they pretend like it's nothing. Like, oh, you always had this suit, and then in the next one, I told him like, he molts it, and you see pieces of it on the floor. It's like, I gotta watch this. It sounds amazing.
You like that he took one of the pieces and crumpled it up and flushed it down the toilet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Overkill's amazing as always. I also just learned that Danger Vote is voiced by Mr. Nobody from Doom Patrol.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, well, it makes sense. He likes doing voices. And then I was binging Super Sentai again, as I always did. And I'm halfway through the series, which is Jetman, and it's starting to turn into a soap opera now. Because there's like this intense love triangle between white, black, and red. They're all going after, black and red are going after white, and red doesn't confess her feelings because he still loves his dead girlfriend. It is so cheesy. I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but it's like it's different. You know what I mean? What I'm used to watching. But and then let's see what I've been playing. I've been playing Tales of Vesperia and Yakuza as of recently. So
which Yakuza?
6.
Oh, number 6, the new one.
Yeah,
Cool.
the one that came out like a year ago.
Nice.
And that one is definitely more of a personal quest, but more of a personal story for Kazuma, which is going to be the last story for him. And then they'll do Judgment and his own and a new main character for the next game for 7. But I did a side quest, and remember how like Yakuza is always like, you know, like feels realistic in Tokyo and everything?
It does when you're doing the main story, but the side quests are where I had the most fun playing it.
Well, I did one of the side quests, and I did a boss fight, and you won't believe what it was.
What was it?
A giant squid.
Nice.
I'm not even kidding. Like, it's a giant squid that's like as big as a skyscraper, and you're trying to kill it with a harpoon. And you're doing this mission for a fisherman. And I'm just like, this is amazing.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah, that's what I love about the Yakuza games. Like, they reward you if you go off the beaten path.
Oh yeah, all the fights with Mishima.
Yes, helping out a Yakuza member out, and then you find out he likes to be a baby fetish. Yakuza 6, and then in Yakuza 2, there's like a castle that pops up, and you get to fight tigers and punch them in the face.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's what I've been doing. But you know, I've been in the Yakuza binge, and also playing a little bit of Shadow Tomb Raider.
Cool.
Yeah, Shadow Tomb Raider is even though it's developed by somebody different from a different main team, Crystal Dynamics is like acting as a supporting team this time. But what have you been watching? What have you been playing, Chris?
Well, I finally finished Ultraman on Netflix.
That one I gotta finish.
Finished the last episode last night. I thought it was really good, except the main character's voice is terrible, and I did find out, thanks to Bill, it was stunt casting.
Oh yeah,
stunt casting.
Yeah, it's the person that played a character named Peta in the Hunger Games, and he's not great as the main character. Like all the other voices sound like they're professional, they know what they're doing. But this kid is like so weird sometimes with his like timings and reactions that it's like kind of like, who is this guy? Why does he suck compared to everybody else?
He's really
not a voice actor.
Yeah,
he's not a voice actor. He's better as a regular actor. Just go watch Future Man. Trust me on that.
Yeah,
you'll like him a lot better in Future Man.
But pretty cool. I think there's probably going to be a season 2, although it's kind of cool that Ultraman is like a straight up superhero.
He's Iron Man.
Well, not exactly. I mean, his suit definitely looks like Iron Man, but he actually does have powers
Yeah, yeah.
because his father was possessed by the alien that turned him into Ultraman, and then that power passed down to his son. And interestingly enough, they don't kill the father off, which I was waiting for the dad to get killed, and no, he's there. I was like, cool.
Actually, you want to hear something really interesting I found out about Ultraman? Like when I went into stuff about like when I did my little when I went into little research mode before the show came out, they did a thing where they talked about like what happened in the Ultraman, like he pretty much forgot his adventures from being Ultraman.
That's what they said in the series.
In the English version, he never forgot about them, and in the Ultraman team up series, that's the true ending they go for. So I was like, huh. And apparently Ultraman takes place in a multiverse of Ultramans. So I was like,
that's interesting. Yeah. Well, I just know off of this cartoon I've been watching, and it's pretty fun, and I liked it. I'm excited to see more. Hopefully the guy playing Ultraman does way better in the next season, or maybe they just get a professional voice actor.
That seems unlikely.
I mean, hell, I'd settle for like fine, you want to do like stunt casting, get Drake Bell. He knows what he's doing. He'd be fine.
Definitely.
Like
he plays
mostly
Spider-Man.
what he does.
Yeah.
Get someone experienced, actually. That's a better way to say it.
Yeah, but anyway,
Hugh Jackman would probably be better because he recently just started doing voice acting recently. So just don't get someone who doesn't know anything.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to adjust to that in Ultraman. And what I've been playing, I am more than halfway through Devil May Cry 5 on Dante Must Die. Because I love playing.
Did Dante die?
What?
Did Dante die?
You see, Kyle, the difficult is called Dante Must Die, and the character that you play as is Dante. So everything is trying to kill you.
Even mailboxes?
Yeah, everything, dude. But yeah, it's very hard mode on Devil May Cry 5. I just love playing Devil May Cry, so that's what I've been doing.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah.
Very good game. Like I said, I really do love that Unreal Engine. I meant RE Engine. Got them confused.
Right. So, been playing that, and that's kind of it. So, I guess, should I outro? You want to outro, Kyle?
I guess I'll outro this time since you intro. Okay, so thank you for everybody who's actually watching or listening. Please leave us a comment, like, favorite, subscribe. If you enjoyed this podcast, leave us a negative comment if you felt like we suck at our jobs. Okay, I want to thank our special guest, Bill, for helping us out on this review today. As always, thank you, Bill. And as always, if you like our podcast, you know what to do. Have a good night, everybody, or a good day or afternoon, whenever you're listening convenience.